in the video for promiscuous. My style is ridiculous.
Well, thanks for the time that has been given to me. Now I'm going to present my research proposal and the title, The Description of the Teacher's Strategy to Teach Reading Comprehension in Classroom at SMP Negeri 1 Lewat Timur in 2022 and 2023. Praise to the Lord. So today, from His grace, we can conduct the seminar proposal today. But before that, the Honorable, the Dean of the Teacher Training and Education Universitas NIAS, and the Honorable, the Chair of English Education Study Program, and then the Honorable, my advisor in this ways is Mr. Christoph Martin Evori Telombanua SSMPD, and also the Honorable, my examiner in this ways is Mr. Trisman Harefak SSMPD, and also all my audience that have been watching this video. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to present to you my research proposal and the title, The Description of the Teacher Strategy to Teach Reading Comprehension in Classroom at SMP Negeri 1 Lahewat Timur in 2022 in 2023. I am Yayu Fatmawati Zebua and my RIC number is 19210H105. In the first chapter, there is the background of the problem. In this research, the background of the problems that is especially about the reading. The reading is the one of all the skill in English that we master by the students, and also the reading is the activity to seeing the written by someone and then to getting the information and to contrast the extra meaning from the text so the reader can understand what the meaning of the text. According to Berg in Julia 2022, the important thing to learn about reading that is to help the people to think the new language. And the second is to help people better vocabulary, and the last is to help people to comfortable in the another language. So based on the statement, we can conclude the reading is not just to sing or pronounce the word, but how to someone to think and feel and knowing the understanding of the text. And I believe the average teacher have the strategy to teach their students more detail and to understand more detail about the topics. And also the teacher choose the right one of their strategy to teach the students about the topic. And here, my focus of this research is to describe the teacher strategy to teach reading comprehension in classroom at SMP Negeri 1 Lahewat Timur. And the next is the formulation of this problem. I can decide it based on the based on of the background. I can formulate the formulation of the problem. The first is, what is the strategy to teach reading comprehension in classroom at SMP Negeri 1 Lahewat Timur? And the second is, how does the English teacher implement the strategy to teach reading comprehension in the classroom at SMP Negeri 1 Lahewat Timur? And the next is objective of this research. The objective of this research including the first is to describe the teacher's strategy to teach reading comprehension in classroom at SMP Negeri 1 Lahewat Timur. And the second is how the English teacher implement the teacher's strategy to teach reading comprehension in classroom at SMP Negeri 1 Lahewat Timur. The significances of this research including about the practically, theoretically, for the researcher, for the teacher, and also for other researcher. Let's move to the next chapter. It is about the literature of review. In this chapter, we will talk about the theories from the expert talking about the reading comprehension, the teacher strategy, and the others. The first point is the role of the teacher. As we know, the role of the teacher in classroom is also very important because the teacher have the role to guiding the students and to teach their students to know more about this topic. And the next is the definition of reading comprehension. Many experts giving their opinion about the reading comprehension. It is about how to someone knowing and feel and think what is the content of the text. The comprehension is the ability by someone to comprehend the text. According to Hernandez in 2020, 17, that is about the comprehension as interactive between the text being and the readers, exciting to prior knowledge and expectation will be generate meaning and comprehensions. And the next is the relationship between the teacher strategy and reading comprehension. As we know, the teacher have the rules to teach their students in classroom, and many strategy they can apply to guiding their students more about the detail about their topic. So the relationship between the teacher strategy and the reading comprehension is a teacher is the tools to guiding the student to apply the strategy to uh, to achieve the target, the students to knowing the topic, to knowing the content of the text based on the reading comprehension. The next is the teacher strategy to teach reading comprehension in classroom. And here I put some the theories by the expert. There are some strategy by will be done by the teacher to teach their students. The first is small group discussion, and the second is uh, summarizing, and the third is listen, read, and discussion. For the first strategy, this is the small group discussion. In small group discussion, it is the strategy the teacher decided the students in each group. One group including the 3 or 4 the students, and they can disguise in this group. And the second is summarizing. Summarizing is activity to read again what they are getting from the teaching learning process provided the teacher. And the third is about the listen, read, and discussion. This is strategy to help the student, the teacher, to help the student, and also to help the teacher about the reading comprehension. Why? Because the teacher can give instruction for the students to listen the steps of the strategy, and then explain to listen the explanation by the teacher. And the next is to read the text and also to discuss the topic based on the material. And the next chapter, it is about the research method. So the first point is approach and types of the research. In this research, the researcher used the qualitative research because the descriptive analysis describe to a phenomena or the venom, and the characteristic by the one something or etc. So I decided to use the qualitative research to solving this problem. And the next is variable of this research. And this research, the researcher decided there are 2 variables. The first is the strategy of the teachers or the teacher's strategy, and the next is reading comprehension. The next is setting and schedule of this research. So to will be done the research, the researcher uh, decided at SMP Negeri 1 Lewa Timur as my location to will be done the research. And the next is here there are 2 English teacher that teach English in this school. And the next is about the schedule to research. My expectation here, I will be done to in May until June in 2023. This research, the researcher used the 3 instruments to taking the data. First is observation, the second is interview, the third is questionnaire. Is that data collecting technique. Here, the researcher used the method primary data and the secondary data. The last is data analysis technique. The first is reading and memoing. Researcher will be describe the phenom, the data will be the getting through this instrument. And the last is classifying. Classifying here is the researcher will be classify the categories or the each categories of the this research. So that's all from my presentation to you. I hope you can getting some information about my research in these occasions, and thank you.